Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so maybe Afghanistan is not exactly on everybody's bucket list for real-life traveling, but for this video, I will be flying there to try Bolani, an amazing pan-fried flatbread that can be filled with all sorts of good things. Bolani means stuffed in Dari Persian, and it's both a street food and a party food, and it's also very popular for Ramadan. But let's see how it's done. Of course, I start from the dough, which has relatively low hydration, 400 grams of flour, mine is gluten-free as I can't have the regular one, 5 grams of dry yeast, but this is just optional. As a matter of fact, Bolani is often unleavened. And then, 2 tablespoons of oil, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 of sugar, and 280 milliliters of warm water. I combine the ingredients with a spoon, and then I get my hands in it. As usual, I knead the dough for 5 to 10 minutes. And now, I cover it and set it aside while I work on the stuffing. The one I'm preparing now is one of the most common ones, potatoes, which are normally mixed with spring onions or chives. First of all, I boil 300 grams of potatoes in salted water. Then I mash them and combine them with 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, a bit of black pepper, and a drizzle of olive oil. I also add a bit of water to soften up the mixture. I throw in 4 chopped spring onions, and the first filling is ready. Meat and greens are also very popular fillings, but when I stumbled upon Bolani in my food wanderings, I was also intrigued by some other unique stuffings, such as lentils, leeks, or pumpkin. So I thought, I'm going to try one of these too, the pumpkin ones. Well, this is butternut squash, but it's pretty much the same thing. I grate 300 grams of it. I also chop an onion. I sauté it in a saucepan with vegetable oil, and then I add the grated pumpkin with a pinch of salt. I keep simmering for 15 minutes, adding some water when necessary. Once tender, I turn off the heat and I throw in some fresh coriander. Now that I'm done with the fillings, it's time to get back to the dough. I divide it in 8 parts and I roll each one of them as thin as possible. One of Bolani's features is a thin crust, but that's always a challenge if you're working without gluten in your dough. Now, Bolani comes in different shapes too. For a triangle-shaped Bolani, I place the filling in the middle. Then I fold the dough from 3 sides and seal it in the middle, like this. For half-moon shaped Bolani, I place the filling on one side only and fold the other side over it. Then I seal the edges. I'm ready to cook the Bolani, so I brush a little bit of vegetable oil on a non-stick pan and I cook each Bolani for 3 to 4 minutes on one side, medium to high heat, while brushing the top with vegetable oil. Then I flip it and cook it for another 3 to 4 minutes. As a street food, Bolani is almost always deep fried, while this method is more popular at home. Baking is also a valid alternative, and as they're quite thin, 10 minutes in the oven should be enough. Anyway, they're ready, and I can't wait to bite into one of them. Let's go with the potato Bolani first. Wow, they're so soft and tasty, and for something relatively easy to make, I think that they're definitely worth trying. The potato filling is great, but the true revelation is the pumpkin one, so unique and flavorful. I will definitely make them again at some point with some other fillings, and while I love this soft texture, I am also curious to try the deep fried version with a crispy crust. And you? Did you know this Afghani delicacy? Will you try to make it? Let me know in the comments. Remember that you can find recipe and ingredient amounts in the description box. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. So, where are we going next?